the 60 million euro question now is, will Barca go for him? Has this changed their mind? Has this changed their summer plans? Could it happen? Because look here for me, in terms of the transfer fee that it would take, it's a fee that for me is very much attainable. You know, it's a release clause of 60 million euros. I'm not saying that's cheap, you know, it's not cheap. It is a lot of money in any walk of life, of course it is. But when you look at the transfer market right now in football, particularly when you're looking at wingers, attacking players there, for me, 60 million for a player of his age, 22 years old, it's fairly good value. You know, it is a very, very decent amount there in my opinion, and it would be a solid investment to make when you look at the talent, when you look at the fact that he's already developed in Spain, he's already very much used to playing in La Liga up against the kind of defences that we come up against, because that's something that we forget sometimes. People always talk about, oh, you want a player that can suit the Champions League, but you also want a player who knows what it's like to play in La Liga. The kind of defences we come up against at times, they're awkward. You know, they are different to other leagues now. People like to think La Liga is very, very easy, but you're coming up against very, very deep blocks. You're coming up against teams there who are very overly physical, and to have somebody here who has played for many, many years in the league, he knows what it takes, he's been successful here, and in a much more defensive-minded team, I think that's something that is a big, big positive, and I think you have to look at the relationship.